I am Jackson Villagran, here with Sarah McCullough. This is for the critical response exercise number 3. Here we go. Okay, McCullough. For this exercise, I want you to imagine that you are going to teach a class of your peers, 18 to 22 years old, about the problem of racism in America. So the broader question is, how would you do it? We have some more detailed questions to make it a little bit more breaking down.
Like, how? Like, what do you mean? How I would teach them?
How you would teach them about the problem of racism in a modern America, like just in general. Here, let me go a little bit more in detail. So we know that racism is not just an individual level problem. It's not on an individual basis. It's a systemic problem. Like, it's built into the way that America runs. How would you impart that information to others? What examples or evidence do you believe will be the most effective at conveying the message that you're trying to put through?
This is a hard question.
You can take your time.
Let's see. Well, I know stereotypically in America today, racism is like a bigger problem, but I believe that it's such a big problem because people make bigger problems out of things that aren't truly problems. Like, for example, the problem with what was I gonna say? The problem with Hispanics and getting jobs for shut your mouth. No, listen. The problem with Hispanic culture and, like, for example, moving into Texas, people typically just you know, shut up right now. Okay, never mind. I forgot what I was gonna say. Next question. I'll answer this one in a second.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Every teacher has to make peace with the fact that they have a limited amount of time to teach a subject. This means making choices about what you do talk about and what you don't talk about. What topics concerning racism or topic, subjects, stories would you prioritize, and why?
I would prioritize topics on, like, immigration, because my mom, for example, she was an immigrant and she went through a lot to get into this country, and she I know immigration is a big thing, especially here in Texas, and she experienced she had to go through a lot, and she experienced slight racism coming into this country, and I feel like nowadays immigration is just a big topic. I'm not good at thinking when I'm recorded.
It's okay. What medium would you use to engage your audience? Things like listening to lectures or watching things, reading things, stuff like that. And then, and explain why. Yeah.
I think videos are very influential, like, because they're easier for students, or at least me personally, to grasp a topic better. So if I'm introducing something like immigration for students who have no relation to that, like showing them a video about, like, an immigrant and what they go through on a typical day-to-day basis when they're first introduced to this country, like, that would be easier to get them to grasp the topic of racism.
Yeah. In what ways would your choices about subject matter and presentation style change if, instead of teaching 18 to 22-year-olds, your peers, if you were instead teaching a group of people who were 50 plus years old?
I feel like if you're that age, you would be able to grasp the topic better if, facts were presented to you in maybe like a presentation or something like that. And older people typically look for statistics, and I would present it in that way.
Yeah, makes sense. All right. Well, thank you. This is Jackson Villagran here with Sarah McCullough. This is critical response exercise number 3, interview number 2, and thank you very much.